kind of like some of the books that we're missing in our collection. So to hear news that it would be reprinted.
Well, Flex Mental is getting collected. It's coming out. Is that a deluxe hardcover as well, or is it a regular hardcover?
I don't know if we're supposed to be talking about it. No, it's fine.
I was only kidding.
I don't know the format, but who's excited about Flex? It's worth the wait. And again, we'll just say it since it's out there. The extra the week 3 collection is going to have 10 extra pages, 10 new pages, not never before published, but new pages that Frank's drawing now in the collection. So just to get you to buy that.
And a Flex Mental's been recolored as well by Peter Doherty, who usually colours Jeff Darrow. You know, the Shaolin Cowboy stuff?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean,
And if for some reason we're not supposed to announce that here, then...
don't let it go any further.
One more I'd like to clarify. I heard that you and Mark Miller have been working, or at least getting together and talking about a future project.
Well, Mark and I are still friends, so we do talk, you know. So sometimes we talk shop, sometimes we just chew the fat.
Is that something I should know about? Meeting with people at DC, is that something we should know about?
So those things.
Okay, all right. Well, you've caused enough trouble now.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
Your covers are very, very unusual. They're great, but they're very unusual. I was wondering what your cover design process was.
The cover design process varies from project to project. Sometimes I'm given carte blanche and I can do what I want. Sometimes either the writer or the editor will have some kind of suggestion or idea, even if it's just for a general kind of flavour or atmosphere that they're going for. Sometimes I get quite a specific description of what either the writer or the editor is after, and sometimes I actually get a thumbnail, usually from the writer, saying, take this kind of image or composition and make it work. So
I was wondering, what was the process between the Batman and Robin #2 cover with the hand on the street?
all of the Batman and Robin covers, I think all without exception, were worked up from thumbnails that Grant sent me. So he did tiny loose thumbnails just so that I knew the type of cover, type of composition it was after, and I just worked from there. That particular one, oddly enough, was there was a little bit of misunderstanding between the two of us, and that was supposed to be Batman standing behind it, a model of a city with like a dead guy, you know, like his hand on the street. I actually thought it was a real city. I thought it was just like put together as a kind of montage image. So you picked the one example that didn't quite work, but yeah, all of the Batman and Robin ones were taken from Grant's thumbnails. Thank you.
So I have a question about your art style. It's very unique and unlike anything I've seen in comics to date. So I was wondering what your inspiration is. I know sometimes artists are inspired by photographs and use photo reference. I know sometimes they're inspired by other artists. I was wondering what you use for inspiration when you draw your projects.
And everything inspires me to, you know, I'm inspired by just everything around me. Artistic influences, there was a Scottish artist, Dudley D. Watkins, who was a big influence. He was like a Sunday newspaper kind of artist. He was a big influence when I was younger. Steve Ditko and I'll switch it over. Yeah, like Steve that Cool and John Buscema and a bunch of like guys were also an influence. Like when I was very young, they like kind of first exposure to like American comic artists. All through my teens, it was Mort Drucker and Jack Davis from Mad Magazine. I love those guys. And then in kind of like late teens, early 20s, when I started getting into like self-published comics, the other guys that were involved in the comics, the anthology title that I was drawing, they introduced me to the French artist Mobius and Katsuhiro Otomo, the Akira guy, and Frank Miller and Dave Gibbons and Mike Mignola and just like a bunch of other stuff. So, and then I was kind of up and running from there. So, yeah, influence from everywhere.
Thanks very much.
So Mobius and Mort Drucker.
Yeah, two big influences.
Hey Frank.
Hi.
So I just want to start off by thanking you for all the work you've done. You're easily my favorite artist.
No, excuse that. Thanks.
Yeah. Multiversity. When can we expect it, or what's going on with it? You working on it now?
I not started on it yet. I'm halfway through the 10 extra V3 pages, so I'm guessing, I'm hoping by like a month from now, I'll hopefully have some multiversity script. And I know very, very little about it. I know it's the Charlton characters in the book that I'm doing. I don't know how many other books there are or what other groups of characters they're covering, but yeah, I mean, Grant's told me that I'll have script by the time I finish the V3 stuff, so it is the next thing I'm starting on, so it shouldn't be too long.
And what else did he tell you? What else did he say about
Oh, God, yeah. He did also say it was going to take me forever to draw because he's made it super complicated.
Any chance we'll get extras in the Flex Metallic reprint? Because like the behind-the-scenes stuff of Flex Metallic really interesting.
I believe Grant's going to write some stuff about it. Beyond that, I don't know. I've got most of the original scripts I work for and most of the thumbnails for most of the projects I've worked on, and thus far I haven't actually. I found like a couple of pages of script from Flex and the cover roughs for the original series, but so I mean I don't know how much. I don't know how much it's going to be in the way of visual extras out the back. I know Grant's writing some stuff about it. I think they're relying on me going down to my mum's house and up to the attic and going through boxes.